Free learning is worth every penny. Even with the best intentions, if you take an online course, it's really like self-improvement theater. So let's talk about online courses. And I'm not here to demonize them. We have online courses. I'm not here to make people wrong. I'm here to talk about the true value of online content, how to best leverage it, and what more is needed to actually create transformation in your life, whether it's career transformation, relationship transformation, work transformation, team transformation, whatever it might be, physical body transformation. I know you know that more is needed than an online course. So let's really get honest about it today. Free learning is worth every penny, folks. Stay tuned. Online courses, we love them, we hate them, and everywhere in between. So in today's episode, I'm going to talk about online courses, their true value, because there is a time and a place. They can be valuable, and you can absolutely harness the value of a free or a low cost online course, whether it's something that's about your career, work, leadership development, or in any other area of your life. And let's get really honest. What I also hope that you will be able to surmise and grok and decide for yourself after listening to this episode is what more is needed beyond taking that online course. And while we're at it, I'm also going to talk about what taking an online course really means. Like if you really want to dive in, whether it's free or low cost or high ticket, whatever it might be, how do you get the most out of it? So I'm going to talk about all of that today. So strap in, get your capture device ready, take some notes, and get ready for this one. So we are moved indoors today. It's getting a little chilly out there, even in South Carolina. So we've moved to our indoor temporary studio here until we move back further up north to the Boston area. So online courses. Free learning is worth every penny. It's the truth. It's the truth. We have a free training.thepeoplestack.com. Learn the 4 shifts that our clients made to command premium salaries and build their dream careers. Training.thepeoplestack.com. It's free. And we want to have freely available information out there to inspire you. Call it marketing, call it an online course, call it an online training, call it what you want. There is a value to online training, and it's worth every penny. Does that mean it's worthless? No. You get out of it what you put into it, because there is a cost associated with taking a free online course. There is an input and there is an output. So even though there's no monetary exchange, there's still a cost. And just like going to the gym, you get out of an online course, whether it's free, whether it's $9.99, or whether it's $999, or whether it's less than that, more than that. You get out of it what you put into it. We've all experienced this with books, and we've talked about this before. The pile of books that are sitting on your shelf. 95% of them, you may have not even touched, let alone read half of it. But there may be that 5%, 2%, 1% of books, 5%, 2%, 1% of online courses that did or have the capacity to change your life. And that's why we're drawn to it, because we know the possibility is there. So that's what I mean when I say that online courses are worth every penny. I don't mean to say that they're worthless. I'm not here to demonize online courses. I'm not here to make them bad or evil or wrong and to say, don't ever take an online course. It's not worth it. I'm obviously biased here. Again, we create online courses here at the People Stack. But even if we didn't, I'd still be saying that. At least I think I would be. Bias is absolutely something that I will admit here. But check in for yourself. if you put 0 to 2% to 3% to 10% effort into an online course, what are you going to get out of it? Yeah, that's what I mean. So really understand what the value is and isn't of taking a no cost or low cost online course. And so we'll share this in the show notes. It's a meme. I'm not sure if it's a meme yet, actually, but Rob saw this on Twitter and he was actually the inspiration for this particular episode. We'll share the image because the image is priceless. But for those of you who just want to know, just tell me what's in the image already, Jen. We'll put it in the show notes too so you can see it. So it's essentially a Twitter thread where someone shared the image of it looks like a toddler laying on a bed or a sofa and has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 apples next to him or her. I can't tell the gender of the child. 5 or 7 or so apples next to the toddler, all with one bite out of them. So just imagine a pile of apples, and each apple has one bite. And the caption is, oh, what is the caption? I got to find the caption. Me and my Udemy courses. And it received a load of, I feel so seen, accurate. Oh boy, phew, this is me right now at this moment. Thank you for seeing me. So we've all been there. Like even me, like I'm a lifelong learner. It's one of the reasons why I got my PhD, because it's like, yay, more learning, right? And yet I do still have the virtual pile of online courses that could be represented as not even half-eaten apples, like apples with one bite, like fractionally eaten apples. Never finished them, right? So that's one reason why we really need to be careful about online courses, is because it's really easy to be drawn to the newness of it. Newness is motivated, even more so for some of us. I'll just leave it at that. Certain forms of for certain forms of neuroatypicality, newness is like a huge motivator, but it's a motivator for all of us. So it's like, ooh, new course, yay. And you dive in and you finish like 5% of it, and then you never touch it again. And you may still be paying there. It may be prescription. Some courses are based on prescription, right? Pay $10 a month, $20 a month, $30 a month, even $50 a month or $100 a month or more. And I've had friends tell us, yeah, I'm not doing anything with it, but I'm still paying so they feel the pain. In other words, so that I have that reminder that there's this thing that I should be doing that I'm not. So the struggle is real here. And as we always say, the struggle is optional. So that's the thing to really, really be aware of with online courses or books or other kinds of content, is that the initial draw is very strong, and it takes a heap of motivation to keep at it. This isn't intended to be a podcast about motivation. However, I know that you can definitely feel the implications underneath this. Know your why, right? Have a really strong why, and make sure you set yourself up for success. All of the motivational rules from Psychology 101. So I'm not going to dive into that, but what I do want to talk about is the value. What is the true value of online courses? So the true value of online courses is that they can get you started. They have the potential to get you started. especially because it's free or low cost, or said another way, it's easy. Online courses have a huge potential to get you started because they're easy to get started, because they're free, because they may not have a lot of a time commitment, because all you have to do is click a few buttons. Easy has a role in our lives. A lot of people talk about make sure it's uncomfortable, and you got to be honest about how the fact that it's hard. All true. Gonna get there. Stick a pin in that one. Also, set yourself up for success. There's already so many stressors in our lives. Psychological, physical, environmental, the list goes on and on. If there's something that you want to do, that you have a desire to do that's new, you don't have to make it hard on yourself in the beginning to get going. So use all of the tools at your disposal to make it easy in the beginning to get going. Light the fire. Make lighting the fire easy. So take an online course if you want. I'm not telling you not to. So the value of online courses is that they have the potential to get you started because they're easy, to get you started on the path toward career transformation, on the path toward transforming your body, whether it's losing weight, adding muscle, whatever it might be, on the path toward getting started toward transforming your relationships, whether you're on the verge of divorce and you don't want to be, or whether you're single and you don't want to be. Whatever it is, utilize the myriad resources that are out there on the interwebs to get you started, and let it be easy in the beginning. Let lighting that fire be easy. That's the value of free or low cost online courses and other kinds of content. That's what they can do. What they can't do is help you keep the fire going. That's up to you. That's up to you. So, using our example, we have that free online training.thepeoplestack.com. I had to put in another plug there. We have that free training. It can get you started. And we make no promises that it's going to fix, that just watching this 30-minute training is going to fix your career, is going to change your life. It has the potential to get you started on that journey toward changing your life, changing your career, upgrading so that you can land a hell yes job with a hell yes salary and a hell yes team. Start you on the path. It's up to you to finish the journey. And in some ways, to define what that path is too, especially when we're talking about career. It's very individualized. It's up to you to decide, what is my journey? Where am I going? We can help you decide the best ways to do that. And we have frameworks and systems and strategies to do that. But it's up to you to decide, what do I want? Why do I want it? What's the experience I want to have along the way? Same thing as a fitness coach. Some people sometimes ask, why should I hire a career coach then? If it's up to me, and I want you to fully receive that, it's up to you to keep the fire going. It's up to you to venture on the journey. It really is. So you might say, well, if it's up to me, why should I hire a coach? Great question. It's the same reason that you might hire a fitness coach. Because it makes it easier, because it gives you a structure, because you don't have to keep throwing shit at the wall to see if it sticks, because you can lean on proven systems, proven strategies, because you can do it faster and actually with less effort. You're still going to grow. You're still going to experience the pain, like the necessary pain, the necessary for example, muscle soreness that is necessary in order to grow. That's applicable in every area of your life, whether it's transforming your body, your career, relationships, or otherwise. And so you hire a coach to guide you, to give you custom tailored solutions that are often science-backed, like in our case, and experience-driven, also in our case. So the fitness example. Yeah, I want to lose a little bit of weight. Like say like what you're wanting right now is I want to lose a little bit of weight and I definitely want to gain muscle. I also want to increase my longevity. I want to increase my health span, lifespan. Okay, great. So then the fitness coach, if they're an expert and if they're truly good at what they're doing, they're going to ask you a series of questions, a bunch of questions to help you get clarity and so that they can get clarity about the best how, the best method, the best path for you, the best custom tailored fitness plan, right? Like, look, I've been there. Can you just tell me what to do 3 days a week? I will work out. I will work out 3 days a week. I have it in my calendar. I don't want to waste my time. I don't want to hurt myself, right? Am I supposed to do calisthenics? Am I supposed to do cardio? Am I supposed to do weight training? Tell me what I need to do. And in order to get to that fine-grained, custom-tailored prescription for what you need to do during the time that you want to devote to that area of your life, you need to talk to an expert to help you figure that out. And it might take a little bit. I'm not talking weeks or months, but, a couple of conversations to figure out, okay, here's your plan. And a lot of you have experienced this in fitness, in your physical health, where it's like, yeah, I have this routine that is custom tailored to my goals, my body, my time constraints. It's the same thing with your career. Here's my career goals. Here's what I want. And here are my constraints. Here are my must-haves. Here are my nice-to-haves. Here are my, no sale, no deal things, right? No. I will not have a job that is this, that, or the other thing. I will not be in a role in it. I will not be part of a culture that's this, that, or the other thing. So that's the value of having a coach to help you along the way. It still is up to you. A coach doesn't do the work for you, but they're there to guide you, like your Sherpa. It's kind of like, why would I hire a Sherpa to climb Mount Everest? It's Mount Everest. Right? You don't want to die, right? The stakes aren't quite that high when we're talking about careers. Although I don't mean to shed light on this, our careers are such a huge part of our lives. And for a lot of people, it can cause such psychological, emotional, and spiritual damage that it can lead to suicidal ideation or suicide. That's an extreme. Thankfully, that's an extreme. But that's why that metaphor is apt. Why would you hire a Sherpa to climb Mount Everest? It's just replace, why would I hire a career coach to help me reach my career goals? Same reason. So there was a little bit of an aside, but I hope what you're seeing is that's that part about the guiding and the custom tailoring and making sure that you don't hurt yourself, making sure that you're doing it in a way that's best for you and that's custom tailored for you, and making sure that you stay motivated and keep the fire lit, going. An online course cannot do that. It's not designed to do that. An online course is information that is designed to inspire, that can help you get started on whatever path you desire. So the other thing that I want to talk about here as a course creator is that whether it's free or low cost, this is content that the author, that the course creator thought was worth it at this price. So it's that's also really, really helpful to understand. So the free content that we put out there, including this podcast, we put out there for free because we want to share it. And because this is our version of we're merely scratching the surface. This is getting you started. I mean, there's other reasons to do this too. It's also selfish. I love it. I love doing these podcasts. I love creating free content. As long as it's a specific kind of content, like this podcast. So it's a good gauge. It's like, okay, this person is putting this out there for free. So they've assessed the value as free, at least the monetary value is free. So if they have a paid component, this isn't always the case, but it's something to take a look at. If they have paid stuff, paid content, paid resources, paid coaching, paid courses, then you know it's going to go even deeper than their free content. Because that's what's logical. Again, I'm not saying that's always the case, but it's something to keep in mind. The other thing to keep in mind here around free courses is that is the mental overhead piece of it. So the stress and the overwhelm and the anxiety and the fear and the effort and the struggle that it often takes to sift through free material to then figure out what's the best plan for you. It takes time, it takes energy. And in a lot of cases, it is possible to do all of this sifting and sorting and deciding, okay, I'm going to take all of this free material that's available. I'm going to distill it down for myself. And then I'm going to basically stand on the shoulders of these giants here and figure out for myself, here's my plan for upgrading my career. Here's my plan for building more muscle and losing fat. And many of you have done this and you've done it successfully. I'm not saying it's not possible, but it's a choice to spend that effort. It's an effort reward ratio. And often there's an effort reward imbalance here, that there's so much effort in the sifting and the sorting and the figuring out, going through all of the free content versus simply hiring someone, having a 1-hour conversation with them and having them tell you in 1 hour what it would have taken you months, if not years, to figure that out. If you ever figured it out, because you don't have the expertise. That's why you hire someone, right? Like we've experienced this with physical stuff, right? For years, my wrists would hurt. And I, especially after doing certain kinds of workouts, a lot of you feel my pain. And for years, I would read articles and watch free YouTube videos about wrist pain and this and that and the other thing. Yeah, it turns out I have small wrists, and for certain movements, I need to wear wrist guards. And it took a fitness expert literally all of 5 minutes and seeing me and watching me move a little bit, like, yeah, you should wear wrist guards. You have small wrists. Oh, okay. Didn't encounter that in any of the thousands of hours or thousands of words of materials that I actually read online, because all of the stuff online is around strengthening your wrists and wrist mobility and all of that. That's all good information, not saying it's bad information, but it's sort of like filtering it to the me, custom tailoring it to me. So then it's like with me and my fitness coach, it's like, okay, you're going to wear your wrist guards for this. And then we're going to do these stretching exercises, these mobility exercises, and it's going to get better over time. Because I don't want you in pain, and I want your wrists getting more flexible. Perfect. Wonderful. So again, there's a parallel. There's a risk reward, effort reward. Think about this. Here's what I want to leave you with. Let's get back to career. How much effort have you put in truly, to trying to fix your career and your work situation? How many years, how many thousands of hours of podcasts, how many thousands of hours of conversations with friends, online and offline, how many thousands of hours of reading books, reading Reddit threads about how to solve X career problem? Make sure you're compiling aggregating all of the X career problems, because we're talking about how do I get a job? How do I negotiate? How do I interview? How do I prepare for an interview? How do I talk to my boss if I want a promotion? How do I lead my team? How do I lead introverts? How do I lead extroverts? How do I build confidence? The list goes on and on and on and on. How many thousands of hours have you spent? How much effort have you put into trying to solve all of these problems? And what reward, if any, have you gotten for it? I want you to take a hard look and be honest with yourself and say, all right, those online courses, they did light a fire, but I didn't do anything with it and I let it die. Right? And we hear this all the time. Yeah, I watched your free training years ago. I didn't really do anything about it. And then I heard one of your podcasts and I was like, all right, now's the time. Be honest with yourself. And if that's you, and now's the time when you're ready to graduate from free and low cost online courses that got you started to actually going on the journey of career transformation, then book a call with us. thepeoplestack.com/book is the best way, actually the only way, to find out if it's a fit to work together. We're going to have a conversation. We're going to assess your situation. We're going to determine, to the best of our ability, on that approximately 1 hour phone call, what is the root cause of your career problems? And we're going to map out an initial plan to fix it. If we're 100% confident that we can do that. If we're not, we're going to point you toward resources. We're going to give you referrals. But if we are, we're going to map out that plan for you. And then it's your choice whether you want to work together. If you're ready for true transformation, if you're ready to turn that spark that you got from taking free online courses into a fire that will, a beautiful fire that will provide warmth and light and clarity and fun in your life. And you will also be able to keep it contained in a way where it doesn't harm anyone and it doesn't harm you. If that's what you want for your career, translated into real world terms, your hell yes job with your hell yes salary with your hell yes team while you live your hell yes life, it's time to book that call with us. thepeoplestack.com/book. thepeoplestack.com/BOOK. Free learning is worth every penny. It really is a lot like theater. It really is a lot like educational theater. And there's nothing wrong with educational theater. There's nothing wrong with self-improvement theater. What's it called? Education, theatrics. I can't think of the word. Edutainment. There's nothing wrong with edutainment. Not demonizing it. Have fun with it. Sometimes we go to the theater because we want to feel good. Take an online course because you want that edutainment. But if you're serious about making real change in your life, then make sure you take the steps to make that happen, because online courses aren't going to cut it. Free online courses with zero one-on-one support and zero support from experts is not going to cut it. All right, friends, keep on keeping on. Take care. Talk to you soon.